up, people? It's your boy Usman back again with another video. Finally, yes, I know I've been away, I've been ill, I've been busy, and as you can see, we've been painting the flipping wall. It's changed colour from green to flipping white. But that all aside, let's get back into the flipping video. Manchester United Newcastle preview. At least the Premier League is back, no longer the dead international break. But the big flipping news: Zlatan and Pogba are back on the bench, and that man flipping Rojo. Potentially Pogba might be starting. I will be going through my team lineup a bit later on, but that all aside, I'm just absolutely buzzing to have Pogba back in the fold because we have been missing him massively. It's been a flipping shambles without him. I've said on so many occasions that we just don't have that link between defence and attack, and that is where we have been going wrong for me personally. Herrera has come under a stupid amount of stick. Last season, a lot of people wanted him to be captain, and a lot of people were saying he's player of the year, you know, that kind of stuff. But now everyone wants him sold, alongside Mkhitaryan. Everyone wants Herrera and Mkhitaryan sold. I just think our fans are flipping fickle as they come. You know, last season, like I said, everyone wanted him to be captain. Now they want him sold. You know, he's been given a job that, you know, he is incapable of doing. Let's be honest. It's like Iniesta playing as a box-to-box midfielder. Yes, Iniesta is considerably better than her. I'm not comparing him, but what I'm saying is Iniesta's role is not a box-to-box midfielder. He is, you know, suitable for a 4-3-3 formation, and it's exactly the same as Herrera. Again, not comparing him to Iniesta. I'm just saying they're similar style of football. They just can't play in the 4-2-3-1. It's just how it is, unfortunately. But Pogba is that man who flipping links defense and attack and has the capabilities of picking the ball up and driving, and that's kind of what we've been missing. Herrera unfortunately does not have those capabilities of picking the ball up and driving, not just because of his athleticism, but just his overall play that just doesn't really go under his sort of style of football in general. So that's kind of been where we've been falling short, in my personal opinion. The massive gaps in between for defense and midfield and obviously strike has just been, you know, it's just been too big basically, and every single player has been playing in isolation, be it Mkhitaryan, who's isolating that number 10 position. I'm not making any excuses for him. Obviously I know he hasn't been up to scratch or the standards I personally think he can obviously obtain, but I just don't think they're being done much justice with the system, as well as certain individual players just not certain individual players not coming as close as they possibly can. So for example, Lukaku's been up top on his own, he's had no support. Mkhitaryan's been in number 10, he's had no support. And Herrera Matic just been getting over flipping wrong because Mkhitaryan doesn't track back. So it's a bit of a knock-on effect. That's why the flipping return of Pogba is massive. But going into the team in general, obviously our last game was against Chelsea. Unfortunately, we lost that game 1-0. The team did not perform to, you know, the capabilities the abilities, should I say, they have shown so far this season. You know, we have been flying throughout the start of the season, but we have come under a bit of a rough patch. But I don't understand why people are over-exaggerating. Okay, so let me just break it down for you. So Liverpool and Chelsea away, drew one, lost one. Obviously, it's not fantastic that we're losing, but we beat Spurs at home. So out of them three teams, we've got 4 points, which is basically average, let's be honest. We won the game at home, which is very important, against Spurs, which was a very good win. Spurs obviously on the back of that Real Madrid win, coming into Man United and get flipping outplayed. Now, but all jokes aside, yeah, it was a good win against Spurs. Unfortunately, we couldn't carry that through to Chelsea, but these things happen, you know. We're going to have blips within the season, but the only thing that's kind of making it a lot worse is the fact that Man City are currently flying. However, let's not focus on other teams around us. Let's just focus on ourselves and finding our own feet, and just get back into the sort of, you know, swing of things, you know. I feel like we've lost a bit of rhythm. Yes, I know a lot of that is to do with Pogba and just the fact that he links the, you know, the midfield and sort of attacking sort of aspect of it. And I have said on numerous occasions he's so pivotal to us, and the guy is really bad. But that aside, I think individual players just need an arm around their shoulders. Mkhitaryan in particular, like I said, has been getting a lot of criticism. If you're somebody who has been following my page for a long period of time, you know how much I love the guy to bits, and I've always sort of protected him, so to speak. Lately, he has been absolutely poor. I can't even defend him, to be honest with you. However, what I will say is he hasn't been the only one. I've seen a lot of people say Mkhitaryan is shocking in number 10. Yes, fair enough, you're entitled to your opinion. I just think he's going through a bad patch of form, and he will come good because, for me personally, he's a quality player. Again, with Herrera, another person who's going through a bad patch of form. But all of our fans seem to have turned on. What I'm trying to say is there's not the only two players that are doing bad. Lukaku hasn't been fantastic. Neither has Rashford. I suppose Marcel has been alright, but Lingard hasn't been that good either. So I think Mkhitaryan is getting quite a lot of the sort of stake. I just think it needs to be shared out. It's not just him that isn't really doing much. For me personally, Rashford has been losing the ball too much. Yes, I understand he's young, and yes, he's got unbelievable talent, but for me personally, I think they need to be a bit smarter on the ball. You know, so many occasions in the last couple of games, especially against Chelsea, that we've just been poofing the ball along with absolute no quality at all. And even when the ball does come and drops to any of our players' feet, they're just not holding the ball. They're not bringing anyone into play, and that's something that's been really frustrating to watch over the last couple of games. So for me personally, if we are going to play that long ball, we need to get players in and around Lukaku, running off him like we did for the Martial goal against Spurs. But yeah, just in general, I just don't think the team are playing as a flipping unit at the moment. It just seems that everyone's doing their own kind of roles and is very disjointed at the moment. So for me personally, let's just go back to basics. Let's just go back to what we were doing at the start of the season with Mata on the right, Mickey and 10, Rashford or Martial on the left, Lukaku up top, Pogba and Matic in the middle of the park, and obviously the back four pretty much unchanged. De Gea in net, Valencia right back, Bay and I'm going to play Lindelof because I thought he was phenomenal against Italy on both those qualifier legs. And then left back, I'm going to keep Daily Blind in there because why not? Honestly, I want to see Luke Shaw, but let's be honest, that's not going to happen. I wouldn't really mind Ashley Young there again. We're playing against a Newcastle team that's going to be sat very, very deep. So if anything, Ashley Young might be a better option, to be fair. Because like I said, they're going to be sat very deep. And Rafa Benitez is a defensive-minded coach in general. But obviously, as he's at Newcastle now, he's been kind of sitting with 6 at the back or 2 banks of 4. So they're going to be very deep. They're going to allow us to put pressure on them. They're going to want to hit us on the break. So, you know, our fullbacks for me need to be basically our wingers pretty much, and gives the opportunity for Mata to come inside as well. I think we need to try to go all gun blazing at the start of the game. Let's come out the blocks firing. Like I said, very disappointed against Chelsea. This is a game for us that's a must win. I suppose every game is a must win, but especially at home against Newcastle, we need to be on the front foot. It's fundamental for us that we get a flipping early goal, because obviously, given the way we performed the last couple of weeks, and obviously the form is not really there at the moment, if it is like maybe 40 minutes into the game, you know, we're not really creating much chances because the defenders so well and whatnot, it's going to become very frustrating. You know, you're going to sense that sort of air of sort of pressure on the players within the stadium, obviously at Old Trafford. It just seems like Jose Mourinho's kind of lost his mojo a bit, in the sense that he's not really smiling, he's not really got that swagger about him. I'm not really sure if that's reflective of what's happening with the PSG stuff, the rumours surrounding that, or if it's regarding the media in general. I just want Jose Mourinho to be the Jose Mourinho that I personally know and love. When he's got that sort of twinkle in his eye, he's absolutely abusing the media. He needs to stop buying at everything that they say. For me personally, he doesn't really need to get involved, and I just think he needs to focus on Man United and Man United only. Let's not worry about what the media have got to say. Like the fans always say, hated, ignored, but always flipping adored. I don't know if I've said that right, but you know what I'm saying. The media are always going to hate us regardless if we're playing good football or not. That's just how it is, unfortunately. But it's Man United, that's what we're flipping buy into, and that's why we flipping love the club. But yeah, but that all aside, obviously we're up against a very solid Newcastle team. The defensively been fairly good this season. The main sort of threat they've got is Shelby. That guy's obviously a decent player. He's caused us many sort of problems in the in the past. But overall, we shouldn't really have any problems defensively. The only sort of capabilities I have got of threatening us if we actually throw it away, really, even making mistakes. I don't really think Newcastle that good going forward. They've only scored like 10 goals or something stupid like that. So on the basis of that, they're not really threatening, so to speak. And our defense hasn't been that bad. So if anything, if we can get early goal, I'm expecting us to flipping slap them and bounce back, like I flipping said, Pogba and Zlatan on the bench, which is going to be a massive boost to the squad in general. I just hope we get to see at least one of them. I don't know. I'll put Pogba in my starting lineup. I just think he's fit. I don't know why Jose's not obviously said that he's starting. I don't even know if that's a surprise or not, but Pogba surely has to be fit. I thought he was going to be fit for the Chelsea game, but who flipping knows what's going on with these players. Hopefully he's fit. Hopefully Zlatan comes on in the last 10 minutes as well. Just give a flipping little boost. It's just good to have him in the flipping dressing room again. The leadership that Zlatan possesses is going to rub off on the young players, and it might just take a bit of pressure off the likes of Rashford. And also what I want to say is Martial was absolutely on fire for France. If you haven't seen his flipping assist for Lacazette, you need to check that out. Absolutely filled. Martial, mate, these guys have got parents and families and the rest of that thing. But yeah, just regarding my lineup, by all means, feel free to leave your comments if you agree or disagree. I can't remember if I put Rashford on, but just hypothetically speaking, if I have, I'm meant to put Martial on instead of Rashford, because Martial, like I said, is on flipping fire. Yeah, so feel free to drop a like on the video if you're just here just to see what I go on. Feel free to share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave your comments regarding what you think, about what I've said in this video. Do you agree with anything? Do you disagree with anything? Leave your team flipping selection, leave your score prediction. I'm going to go for a 4-0 because we're fucking 4-0 Man United. Excuse my mother loving French, but we got Martial and we got Pogba, so it's all about the French connection. Let's go United! Come on!